Hi everyone, it's Vince here. Welcome to my Streamers Review. This application will apparently pay you guys out there real life money just for playing games. Today we're going to find out if it's legit or a scam. Let's kick this off. So the way that Streamers works and apparently rewards their players is very straightforward. All you need to do is sign up to Streamers, and then once you've created your account, Streamers will give you a whole bunch of different applications to play to then earn in-game currency of coins. You can then change your coins into real life money in the form of either PayPal, virtual Visa card, or donations. Now, something to really keep in mind here, depending on your country, these options are going to change. Streamers might not even be available in your country, guys, so that's something to always be aware of. But at least here in Australia, I was able to play and use Streamers without any real problems at all. Now, Streamers calls these money-making activities missions. So every mission will reward you with a certain amount of coins for a certain amount of time that you play an application for. I've personally seen missions that rewarded me with coins for playing games for either 15 minutes in total for one session or 7 minutes in total. Different apps will pay a different amount of coin. So you really have to be on the lookout for those really high paying coin applications. But from what I've seen, the more you play an application, the less and less amount of coins you'll actually be rewarded for your time. That's at least the feeling that I get. So initially you might download an application for 1,000 coins, but then another mission might come up for that same application and you'll only be rewarded around 400 or 300 coins. That's from my personal experience, okay? Now, these missions are going to have you installing so many different applications. So unless you're putting your mobile phone on the Wi-Fi network at your home or wherever you are, you're going to be chewing up a lot of mobile data. So this is something to really consider here when using Streamers. Not only are you downloading the applications from the Google Play Store, but then you're going to be uploading your gameplay footage to the Streamers servers. Now, that will also, of course, cost you bandwidth. So my advice, if you're going to use Streamers, make sure you're on the Wi-Fi network or you're going to be chewing through your data in literally hours. I'm kidding you not. If you have like a 4 or 5 gigabyte plan, you're going to be chewing through that data fairly quickly. If you're enjoying today's video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Join my free newsletter. Links are in the description below. Thank you so much. You're helping me get to 100,000 subscribers. Cheers, everyone. I easily installed over 15 applications on Streamers in a 24-hour time span. Of course, again, depending on your country, you might not have to install as many applications as I did to try and get to the cash out value that you want. In my circumstance, I was aiming to get to $10 worth of PayPal cash out on Streamers. And I'm telling you now, guys, it really didn't take me that long of time to get to $10 worth of PayPal, which was about 20,000 coins or so. I was targeting applications that would pay me at least a minimum of 900 to 1,000 coins for my gameplay experience. And if you add all the time up that I was actually on my phone playing games, for roughly 3 or 4 hours worth of gameplay, I was able to generate enough coins to cash out the $10 PayPal. Something to keep in mind here as well, sometimes when I couldn't find a 900 or 1,000 coin reward mission, I ended up just going for apps that would pay me around 300 or 400 coins. Because you can do missions on the same applications from what I've seen, like what I mentioned earlier, but just for a less amount of reward. Now, if you're a bit curious on how your progress is going on Streamers, they do have their own profile account area. So what this means essentially is that you can go there and check how many missions you've completed, how many recordings you've actually sent off to the Streamers network, and of course you have your own account level. Now, the account level to me really doesn't mean too much. I don't really understand why there's an account level. I'm assuming maybe one day they'll allow you to earn certain rewards based on your account level, but from what I saw, it really didn't help me with anything. My personal experience with Streamers was very straightforward and something that I actually can highly recommend for people that just want to install applications or games and literally get paid for pretty much doing nothing except for playing the games. Now, I did have some problems with recordings not working correctly, so I did actually end up wasting my time sometimes on Streamers. something to pay attention to is the little recording icon, usually in the top left corner of the screen. I found that this little icon gets in the way of the advertisements that applications play while you're using streamers. So what you end up having to do a lot is actually move that little icon away from the little cross on the advertisement. It's fairly annoying, okay? And I know the developers are probably going to be watching this. Can you do something about where you're placing that pause and recording button by default? Because it's getting in the way of us closing advertisements. But other than that, the layout is extremely simple. The homepage has everything you need to start earning coins, which you definitely can't complain about. I've been requested many times to actually review streamers by my viewers. I've even had the actual developer of streamers reach out to me personally to actually check out their application. This review is completely free. This isn't sponsored or anything like that. When I find applications that are genuinely trying to pay their players, I will put them on the channel. But for viewers like yourself out there, I definitely don't think that you can go wrong when it comes to such a basic application like streamers. I think the only problem people will have is that their phone screen is being recorded while playing games. And I know some people might not like that aspect of streamers. Moving on to the actual cash out portion of streamers. Once you've generated enough coins to cash out whatever cash out option you want, then it usually takes, at least for me here in Australia, around 24 to 48 hours for the streamers team to process your payment. I was paid out my $10 PayPal currency within 2 days. Not only that, I then cashed out again another $2 worth of currency, and that got paid out within 24 hours. So I'm happy to say, yes everyone, Streamers is a legitimate application that will at least pay you. Will this application be for everyone though? More than likely, yes, but it depends on what you're comfortable with, okay? While using streamers, I was thinking to myself how it compares to the other money-making applications on the market right now, such as Mistplay, Cashamall, AppFlame. You guys know these type of applications, and I have to say, if streamers can knot out some of the bugs and issues that they currently have with their application, I do believe that it will become a fairly popular money-making application across the world. The only issue is right now, as I said, they do have some recording issues, and I guess that little recording symbol does get in the way a lot of closing advertisements. Something to really note here as well is that there was no real identification process, so that's a big positive. I really dislike having to submit my identification, such as real life ID, just to cash out $5 or $10. It just doesn't seem practical to me. A system like Mistplay is something that I really don't want to see on an application like Streamers. So as long as they keep on paying their players, I cannot see why Streamers won't be a more popular application in the years to come. Let's watch and see what happens, hey? Thank you so much for watching. See you all in 1 to 2 days, guys. Stay safe.